No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First NFL carry for the rookie from Georgia, Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Johnson on the counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. T.J. Watt, first-round pick a year ago there defensively for Pittsburgh. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Back to throw Dobbs. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
To throw is Dobbs. To the right side and complete to Washington. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. Able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. They'll roll him out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he finds McDonald. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Here's Dobbs to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now it's the backup Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Now he'll go deep down and got his man complete. And he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
2nd down, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers making their way out. It's sort of an interesting offseason for them. You at times get the sense that there's not always complete harmony. But, boy, when you get everyone together and that offense is humming, there's something to watch.
They almost feel like a team that they actually use that works for them, right? Different guys want the ball, different guys want attention. And then when it's focused on them, they tend to produce. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, they got a great rookie season out of T.J. Watt at outside linebacker. But I'm hearing whispers this offseason that Bud Dupree, another outside linebacker, is due for a big season. And if so, they could be back to being known as Blitzburg.
Roethlisberger will throw. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter #2. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Following the interception, Mayfield going deep here for Landry. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
Over. Gun.
From the gun, Mayfield dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Over!
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Here's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
The give is to Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
First carry for James Conner, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to the ground. This time it's Joe. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. Buying time to his left. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
No, check, Patriot. Over.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down inside the 30. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And able to follow his center and pick up the 1st. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Mayfield again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rudolph. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So
a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
This will be fielded at the 8. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rudolph going to look to throw it. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Roethlisberger to throw. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rudolph now to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and this one will be brought back to the 22.